What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. Today I'm going to start kind of a new series answering questions that you guys have sent me and or things that I think people will find useful. So today, as you can tell from the title, I'm going to talk about protein bars. And there are so many different kinds, and it's kind of hard to figure out, you know, which one should I take, which one should I eat, when should I eat it, things like that. Yeah, it's just really confusing. So I've done pretty much all of it. I've tried most of the protein bars on the market. I've taken them at different times of the day. I've done a lot of that stuff. So I figured I'd kind of share my experiences with you, my favorites, what I'm taking now during my cut, and kind of just things like that. And this will be kind of more of an informative video. Yeah, so it'll be a little more raw than the vlogs, but anyways, so right now these are the protein bars that I have been cycling through, kind of. There's Quest bars, obviously. If you know anything about protein bars the last few years, these have come out really strong because of the taste and just as an overall good bar. The other one that I like a lot that I've been eating is Powercrunch bars, vanilla. If you put these in the freezer, they get very, it's almost like a vanilla wafer, so they taste very good. And I'll explain kind of the differences between these bars in a second. And these are not actually bars, but these are Lenny and Larry's protein cookies, which taste very, very good. This is my favorite. It's the Snickerdoodle. And this sort of is a protein bar, sort of. It has a lot of things that the protein bar has, but it's just higher in carb. So if you're looking for like a super high carb protein bar, you can go for this. Or if you're looking for like a protein snack or dessert with a good amount of carbs, you can definitely go with this. One of the upsides is it tastes really good. If you put this in the microwave for 15-20 seconds, it tastes amazing, just by itself. So obviously there's more than one flavor, Snickerdoodle, and then there is double chocolate. There's chocolate chip as well, and there's a lot of flavors. But so those, and then the other one that I've tried recently is Red Velvet Cupcake by Yup Brands. It's like B Up, and yeah, so that's the other one that I tried. I also have tried the one chocolate birthday cake. If you watched my previous videos, I returned a box of those because they were just really bad, and I've heard from other people that they are good, so maybe I just got a bad batch, but I don't know. I guess maybe I'll try them again in the future, but for now they're not part of what I'm kind of eating. So there are some different types of protein bars, like for instance this Powercrunch bar, and I will include all the macros for this in the video for all the bars that I have with me. This Powercrunch bar is 13 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs, and 14 grams of protein. So this is a super low carb, sorry that's upside down, super low carb protein bar. Really low carb protein bar, 8 grams of carbs. But on the other hand, it has a little bit higher fat. So if you're looking to get some of your fats in with not as many carbs, then this is definitely a good bar to have. It tastes really good in my opinion. There are other flavors. I like vanilla a lot, especially if you have it in the freezer, just to munch on. It tastes really good in my opinion for protein bars. Of course, this is not going to taste like your full sugar everything snack, but in my opinion, this is very good if you're looking for a lower carb, kind of higher fat, and protein bar. Tastes very good. And then your Quest bar, your chocolate chip cookie dough. There are a lot of good flavors of Quest. I like Quest a lot. The macros on this bar is 9 grams of fat, 20 grams of carbs, and 21 grams of protein. So there is a little bit lower fat carbs in the Quest bar, but there's also a little bit higher protein, and it's probably 2 or 3 times the amount of carbs. So this is probably a more moderate bar. This would be your typical high protein, high carb protein bar, which you'll typically find in protein bars. I believe this Be Up is the same way. It actually is even a little higher carb, 27 carb and 20 protein with 5 grams of fat. So these ones are going to be higher carb and higher protein, a little bit lower fat. But yeah, so those ones. And then the protein cookies, which you guys saw, these are going to be a lot higher carbs. So there's only 4 grams of fat, and there's 16 grams of protein, but there's going to be, because there's technically 2 servings in this it's a big cookie, but there's technically 2 servings, and typically when I start eating one, I have to eat the whole thing. I can't just eat half of it. So it's right over 52, 54 carbs for this whole thing, with 16 grams of protein. So this would be more like if you need a lot of carbs that you haven't gotten in during the day, type of thing. It depends on if you're cutting, obviously, because I'm trying to keep my carbs moderate to low. So not eating this all the time would not be the best idea because you'd get so many carbs from it. But sometimes I am able to cycle this in during the day and it tastes really good. So I like this one a lot. But another thing about protein bars is, I mean, I'm not an expert, but typically when I eat them, I'll eat them either when I am not able to eat, if I'm running out in the morning, or during the day. Sometimes I'll bring one with me if I'm not able to eat during the day at a normal time, or after a workout I'll bring it with me, and within about 15 to 30, maybe 45 minutes after your workout on your way back home, if you don't have time to eat right away or you still have to make food, bring it with you and you know, eat it on the way back, or yeah. So that's what I've found the best times for me to eat the protein bars. And you know, also if you need like extra macros at the end of the day, you need a little bit more fat and not as many carbs, and you can always fit in a little more protein. At the end of the day, you know, for dessert or something, you Powercrunch bars, very good, very good. Yeah, I think this is like a great dessert if you need some extra fat in at the end of the day, or you know, it depends on your macros and it depends on kind of what your goals are. But you know, there's ways to implement all of these, and these are all very different bars and cookies. These are all very different bars and cookies, but you know, I'm able to implement all of these even though I am in a deficit and I'm cutting. So you can work all of them in at the same time, you know, as long as you do it the right way and you are still implementing everything else in your training and or regimen. So that is kind of my take on these protein bars, the ones that I use, when to eat them, and things like that. In a future video I will do kind of the supplements that I take. Another question that I've gotten a lot is well, like workout regimens and like training, and you know, what do you do, when do you do it, how often do you do it. So I can also answer that in a future video. But if you have any questions, if you have anything that you'd like me to answer or give my take on, leave it down in the comments below, or you can shoot me an email. The link will be in the description. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and for more content please subscribe. Yeah, a lot of cool things are coming soon, guys, so stay tuned and have a good night.